How we doing?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing good. I can't complain one bit. Yeah, you as well.
What's your week been like so far? How would you describe just being here in the experience?
It's busy. It's definitely, people that I've talked to guys that have been here in the past and everything, and they tell you how busy it is and all the people that you meet and stuff, but you don't actually understand it until you're here. So it's a lot of fun though. Like it's one thing after another, but it keeps you on your toes. You kind of got to be ready for every situation that can be thrown at you. But it's great. You get to hang out. We got all the safeties in our group, so we get to hang out and talk to them all day, and obviously talk with teams and scouts, and so it's just a lot of fun being here. And we're all really blessed to even get this opportunity. So.
Come in with a certain attitude, like this is what I want to present this week. This is what I want to.
I mean, yes. I think it's every time you get a chance to step on the field, whether it's just to run a 40, to do some drills, or to play, you're always trying to prove yourself and make a statement. So that's what this week is about, is coming and proving yourself and showing out, and also just being able to prove yourself in the interviews and being able to showcase your football knowledge and your ability to just talk to people. So it's every chance you get to be around the game of football, it's an opportunity to prove yourself.
What's the impression you looked at?
Definitely intelligence in terms of being on the field. Explaining to teams that I'm going to be the same person every day when I show up, and then I'm going to give them everything I can every single day, and then just on the field, like show my speed, show my ability to flip my hips and be able to make plays on the ball. So it's like I said, it's a great opportunity.
Wisconsin loves its football. What does it mean to you that be in this position, being say another one of the many guys that try to represent Penn State?
I was very blessed to be able to play 4 years there. It was kind of growing up in Wisconsin, it was kind of a dream for me since I started playing ball. So it's a blessing to be here and be able to represent Wisconsin and all the guys that are there, that have come through there, that are still there, the coaches that I had. It's a blessing to be in this spot, and you do everything you can to prove the ones that bet on you, prove them right. Haven't decided that yet. I know I definitely am going to be around my family. I'm not a super I'm outgoing, but I don't need a big party or anything, so I don't know exactly where yet. That's still to be figured out, but I'll definitely be sitting right between my parents.
Has anyone asked you about what Wisconsin is like with the draft coming up, trying to give advice if they're heading this way for the draft?
Not really, not yet. It's cold for sure. Hopefully by the end of April it'll warm up a little bit. But it's cool in Green Bay. All that it's just the Packers. So there's not a whole lot to do else around there, which I kind of love. I enjoy that. It's quiet, but they're gonna have a nice scene set up there. Potentially. I think it depends how this week goes and how everything plays out. We'll see. It'd be cool. It would definitely be a lot of fun.
Did you watch the Packers growing up?
I think I was at Lambeau maybe one time when I was little for a game. But yeah, we did definitely watch the Packers growing up, just being from Wisconsin. I think it's kind of, if you grow up in Wisconsin, you just have to be a Packer fan regardless. I was never, growing up, I wasn't a huge NFL fan. I loved college, like Saturdays waking up, that was my Christmas every weekend. But no, we were definitely, every Sunday the Packers were on, we were watching. So when they had that Super Bowl run in, 2012, maybe something like that, a lot of fun to watch that.
So who are your favorites?
I loved growing up. I was a big Wisconsin fan, so the Monte Balls, the James Whites, the Melvin Gordons, T.J. Watt when he was there, a lot of really good safeties, Mike Caputo. I watched a ton of Wisconsin, so just being able to watch those guys and then follow in their footsteps, it's very special. But definitely definitely watched those guys, and kind of that gave me a little motivation to try to push to get to that level. Early on, yes. I think when I started my recruiting process and things started to kind of pick up, like, part of me didn't want to go to Wisconsin because Wisconsin's not a huge high school football state. And so the way I saw it is that if you were a good Wisconsin high school football player, you were going to go to Wisconsin. So part of me wanted to be a little bit different and go somewhere else. So I definitely looked at other options, and I took the visits and stuff. But then as I kind of got deeper into the process, I kind of realized that, like, Wisconsin just fit me, fit who I am, great people over there, great coaching staff. So it only made sense. That's exactly right. Yes, sir. Yeah, so Alec Ingold, he fantastic dude. I met him a year or two ago, talked to him a little bit, gave me some great advice just, about how to carry yourself coming into the league and represent Wisconsin and how to just be a pro. So talking to those guys helps a lot.
You guys are coming off the buys. What made that such an effective game for you and the defense as a whole, because you disrupted their offense probably more than almost any other team?
I think we just went out there and played. Like, we weren't worried about being perfect. We weren't trying to make sure that everything went our way. They got down in the red zone a couple times and they were able to move the ball on us, but early on we were able to create a takeaway on the 10-yard line or something like that, like hold them to field goals. Like for us defensively, like it was just, the whole bend don't break mentality. Like, as long as we got a little bit of grass to defend, we'll be fine, and just go out there and play ball.
What's it like preparing for Dylan Gabriel, and despite the fact that he's only 6 foot tall, what makes him effective?
I mean, he can fit the ball into some tight windows. He's mobile, which I was talking about earlier. It adds a whole nother layer to a defense and to a defensive game plan. So having to defend against him, scrambling around and still being able to get the ball out is tough. But then they have weapons all over that offense too. So it's just a lot of layers to it. But you take it all in stride and just make as many plays as you can.
One of those weapons was their tight end, Ferguson.
One more time?
One of their weapons was their tight end, Ferguson. Matched up with quite a bit. What made him a unique challenge? What made that an interesting matchup for you?
Well, he's big. He's physical. He runs smooth routes. He's not afraid to block in the run game. So just, he has all those tools to make the defense be challenged and forced to cover him. So it's playing tight ends like that. It's a lot of fun. You get to prove yourself a little bit and go out there and play.
Remember the fourth down play at the beginning of the fourth quarter, from your perspective, because it was such a big play on both sides. You guys make that stop, lose the game, they get it. What did you recall about that play and how they were able to succeed?
Yeah, I mean, we were just doing whatever we could to get off the field. Just try to give ourselves a chance. It happens. They make a play and are able to get there. You always look back on certain plays and throughout the season, and you wish you could have some back. I would like to take that one back. There's a bunch that we'd like to take back, but it was a great game overall. We fought the whole time, so I'm proud of the guys for that.
Formal business with teams yet?
No formals yet, no sir. I did. I know I've met with them a couple times between here and the Senior Bowl.
Did you ever imagine going to the Eagle you'd be at this podium right now, preparing for the NFL?
That's always the goal. I've always, this has been the dream, and to get to the league and give myself an opportunity. Actually being here is it's special, and I definitely don't just take a second and step back and realize that and understand that. But it's a huge blessing to be here, and I thank God just for the opportunity to come here and present my skills and give myself a chance to play at the next level.
What's
What's the entire process been like? I know you're probably
It's a lot sometimes. It's busy. You have a lot of things pulling you in a bunch of different directions, but it's a lot of fun. Like just taking everything in stride and just enjoying the moment and understanding that the opportunity you have. You can't let it stress you out too much because there's so many people that would love to be in our shoes and love to have this opportunity. So just being grateful every day, waking up and getting an opportunity and a chance to do what we do, it's a huge blessing.
Remember, each step all the way up, you can take a big one now in the NFL. Sophomore play versus, well, that's a big deal at the time. And then Big Ten, that's a big deal at the time. How have you gone through those things? How tried to take in your progress?
It's just, yeah, I mean, it's just taking everything in stride and every step, every move that I've made has just gotten me one step closer to the dream and one step further in this journey. You don't get to one without the other. So in high school, it's just what can I do to give myself the best opportunity to play at the next level, and college is the same way. So it's just, taking everything in stride, using all the resources you can with the coaches and teammates around you, and really just giving yourself every opportunity you can to play at the next level.
So what do you bring out of the NFL? Who are you as an NFL coach?
Intelligent, a good understanding of the game and ability to communicate. The same person every single day. Like, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna give you my everything, and just an aggressiveness and an aggressive nature and a joy to be on that field every single day. A lot of position drills and just cleaning up footwork. As a DB, that's one thing that you can never get too good at is footwork and being clean with your feet and making sure that you don't take one extra step, because that's going to be the difference between winning and losing a rep. And then on the mental side, I've been getting on the phone with a past safeties coach at Wisconsin and being able to talk to him and go over plays from this past season that I had, good and bad, and just trying to learn from those as well. Honestly, I think one of the toughest ones that I haven't heard before was, like, if you were a critic, if you were to criticize yourself, like, what would be some of the knocks that you would say? And that one kind of caught me off guard, because you never. I mean, like, I think of, like, I'm hard on myself as it is, and I understand where I need to get better, but it's like I've never had to vocalize and put into words where I think I need to improve and where I think people see my downfalls. So that was a good one and one that kind of made me think a little bit. One of them I said just doesn't have the ability to win big games. I think at Wisconsin we came so close and we fell short. Didn't make enough big plays to give our team a chance to win. And then just, I think, one that I personally look at is just my coverage skills and covering in man and doing those things. Like, I think that's something that I can always improve on, I can always work on and give myself a chance to make those plays.
When you talk about, you say that intelligence, and it comes across in the play. Even through your time in Wisconsin, changing coaches, coordinating, I feel like that helps you at all, kind of with your intelligence?
I do. Just because I think, having 3 different position coaches while I was there and 2 different coordinators and 2 different playbooks, like, does it it's not always the most fun having to transition and stuff and build those new relationships, but also it's a bit of a blessing in disguise, just because you are forced to learn a new playbook. You're forced to be thrown into these new positions that maybe you haven't played before. And having 3 different coaches, like, I'm able to see the game in a different light. Like, all the coaches have different views of the field and different views of game plans and playbooks, and so being able to just sit down and learn from them and learn how they see the game, like, it just you kind of build up a bunch of resources and different angles to see the game and different angles to improve as you move forward. Yeah, I think so. I think it also comes with my maturity as a player as well. Early on, it was just try to get in there and make as many plays as I can, and just wherever I'm put, I gotta find a way to make plays. And as I kind of got older and matured and became a better player, communication became a big part of it and a big step that I had to take personally on the field, making sure that we all got lined up and got where we need to be. And then the more years that you put into it, like the more you learn where you can get better and where you can grow. And so going into different off seasons, it's like, all right, I know that this is a part of the game that I need to work on. And so going to the position coach and be like, all right, let's get on the field, let's work on this, let's make sure that we can clean this up so that way next season I can be better. You definitely learn how to lose in a way. It always sucks. I wouldn't say you learn how to lose, but like going from high school and not really losing at all to getting to college and having some ups and downs, like you learn how to handle adversity and you learn how to be a leader and lead in those kind of tumultuous times and have to figure out and maneuver the different situations that you have. It was definitely tough at times, but like it teaches you lessons that you need going to the next level, because it's you get into the league and every week you're playing really, really good competition, and so just being able to kind of reset every day when you walk in the locker room. There's a lot of great life lessons that came out of my 4 years of college.
Would you ever imagine that your NFL career would start returning?
No, I mean that would have never crossed my mind. It's special because I don't think in my lifetime the draft will ever be in Green Bay again. So it's definitely special being from Wisconsin, playing in Wisconsin. To have the opportunity to have my name called in Wisconsin as well.
If someone were to ask what's one play or one game that shows what
I'd say the Oregon game probably. Just showcasing my abilities in a lot of different facets and my ability to communicate and get guys lined up and just go out there and play. Special teams, especially first year, everyone's going to have to play special teams, and I know that, and a lot of the guys around me know that, and it's a great opportunity to make your name known and to, even if you don't have a starting role coming into week one of the season, like make some plays on special teams, you get noticed, and it gives you a chance to play, some serious, meaningful snaps on defense. And so, I fully understand that I'm going to have to play special teams, and I love it. It's another opportunity, another chance to go prove yourself and make plays and contribute to the team in whatever way you can.
When your name's going to be called out, do you anticipate being nervous for the draft weekend, excited, eager? What do you anticipate that being like?
I don't know if I'll be nervous. Maybe a little bit, probably a little bit, honestly, but just more excited, just ready to get this next step going. And once the college season ends, it's always like, all right, when's the next time I can get on the field and get to put the pads on and everything. So, I'm just excited to be able to get back to playing football and get to wherever I'm going to be and learn a playbook and just get right back to work. I think just maturing, learning how to become a better leader, understanding where I can improve on the field a little bit more, playing some great competition. Like we played some really, really good teams this year, so that was just a great opportunity to, play against that great talent and have a chance to step up. But I think just the maturity piece and growing a little bit more, another whole year, and just understanding the game better overall. I think it was, I don't regret coming back for this last season. I think that, everything happens for a reason, and I was able to grow and learn and, hopefully give myself a better chance coming into this opportunity and this process now. Tyler Warren for sure. The offense ran through him at Penn State, and so the week of preparation, having to understand where he's going to be and where they want to put him. Like, he lined up at pretty much every position on the field. So having to know where he was at all times, with all these multiple formations and just a bunch of different stuff that they'd give us, and then they'd run tempo with that. So it was like you had to try to see it quick and understand it quick, and then get lined up and play. So besides the fact that he's a great football player, like, on the mental side of things, they challenged us a lot as well.
What do you foresee for the Badgers program? You believe it, obviously you're following it forever. What do you see there going forward?
It's going in the right direction. I mean, obviously, the last 2 years haven't exactly been what I envisioned, what Coach Fickle has envisioned, but, like, Coach Fick's a great coach. I have 100% faith that he's gonna get that program in the right place. He's got a great coaching staff around him. Coach Brady, the strength coach, is a great dude. So they have the pieces in place to put together a really good program and put something together that's going to be special. And so I trust that, in the next few years, they'll be right back to competing for Big Ten championships and making their way into the playoff and making us now alumni really, really proud.
When you look back on your time in Wisconsin,
I think the relationships and the people that I met and the paths that kind of have crossed, it's been special. Like the friends that I made there, the coaches that I had there, like it's all been super special. And even off the field and outside of the locker room, like, people that I met in classes and you name it, like, it's a special place. It's a great campus. Like, I loved every minute of it. Did my dad come down? Both of my parents, I think, are leaving at like 11 today. So they should be getting on the road pretty soon to get down here and be able to watch. So it's like a 3-hour drive for them. So it's not long at all. Hop in the car and get down here, and so it'll be nice having their support for sure. Not many. Trying to think. I don't think they were at Washington State 2 years ago. I think I can probably count on one hand the amount of games that they missed. So they've been unbelievably supportive through my whole journey and just being there for me, when I'm playing games, but also just to talk to afterwards and be able to, spend the joy of winning afterwards, and then also being able to come to them and ask for advice and some comfort after losses. They've been a huge part of my journey, and I can't thank them enough for everything they've done for me and for my sister as well. Just raising us right and always being there for us.
last one.
He's tough. He gave us a lot of challenges because he used his legs in the run game really well, and that's, coming into the week, we weren't necessarily prepared for that. And so when he came into the game, it challenged us in a different way, and we had to find a way to adjust and get him, to the ground and factor him into the game plan. But he was definitely a challenge. He's going to be a good quarterback, this upcoming season. So it'll be kind of fun to watch him from afar and just see what he does.
Okay, thanks, Hunter.
Thank you, guys.